So here we are beginning the second build of 2025. We got a B550 MSI motherboard with Wi-Fi. We have the MSI power supply 650 watt. We got a 6650 XT XFX graphics card. The Western Digital Black SSD 1 terabyte, a 32 gigabyte kit, Trident Z. We got the Ryzen 7 5700X, and we have a Thermalright Assassin CPU cooler. It tells you the CPU temperature on it, which I thought was pretty cool. And we're going really lightweight on RGB, of course, because that brown box right there, that's an open air PC case, it's called, but really it's like a test bench. But it is an open air PC case because the test bench is pretty much flat. The open air PC case is going to stand it up like a normal PC, but it's just going to be all the components. I wanted to go with that look and see how that goes, because nobody's really building those in the market, and I thought it'd be cool to build one and put one out there. Not for sale, not necessarily for sale, because I want this one for myself for a while. Because like I said in a previous video, I think it was my intro video, I was burned by some manufacturers. I'm not going to say who they were. I got all the proof though. And so, you know, it's been a while. I've been selling PCs and I haven't actually built one for myself yet, because I build one and then test drive it for a little bit, sell it, and so on and so forth. And I feel like I want this one for me. So like, this one is a lot of used parts. Everything you see here is used except for the SSD, because like I've said in other videos, that you don't know what people do with their storage devices, like their SSDs, you know what I mean, what they're doing on the internet, what they're doing on their computers. So I never use used. I never use used ones. I always get brand new, for myself especially, but I always get brand new SSDs. But everything else here is used except for the CPU cooler, and I believe the CPU cooler is new, and of course the open air PC case, because the open air PC case, they only sell those used, at least where I found it on Amazon. So some of this stuff was from Facebook Marketplace, some of it was from Amazon. You can check it out in the links, I'll leave it there. But I ended up starting this build by scoring that 6650 XT on Amazon Marketplace locally for pretty cheap. So, and that's what set this build off, and it's like brand new. You'll see when I pull the parts out and start assembling it. This one I'm expecting to be a fun build. It's an all red team build, all AMD, and yeah, I'm gonna love it. So we all want to know what's in the box, right? So this is so far what's in the box for the open air PC case. Don't be laughing at my pink scissors either. Like I said, I'm a family man. I got a daughter, so I'm going with it. All right, so we're gonna open this up next, and we're gonna see if this thing is actually as advertised. Right, so this is everything that came with it. On the package on the left, package in the center, and then the package on the right. So it comes with a QR code as well that you're supposed to scan for instructions on how to assemble it. And then when you go to that, of course, I don't know what language that is. I don't want to disrespect anyone, but it is foreign language. Definitely not English. And I try to use Google Translate to translate the website in English, and it doesn't work. So you just got to eyeball it and follow it. But they do give somewhat of a step-by-step tutorial. If you guys know of anybody that does open air PC cases like this in the United States, let me know, because I definitely would rather buy from the United States manufacturer. But yeah, this is especially when the instructions don't come in English. So but so far so good. It looks like it's got everything needed. And then when you go to the website, after you scan the QR code, you pick the one you got, which is for the micro ATX. And then it does have a step-by-step series of instructions there to assemble it. So that's what I'm going to do next. This is what we came up with so far on this open air PC case. Only one issue so far. It's not perfectly straight. It's a little bit crooked, which is fine. I mean, you can adjust it a little bit. I guess it's nothing's truly straight when it's machined like this, but you gotta adjust a lot of these parts for the GPU, the power supply, maybe the motherboard standoffs as you go. But they do provide this as a way to measure. This is the power switch and the reset switch. So far from what I'm seeing, they didn't provide everything that was on the listing. So they didn't provide USB-Cs. That they were supposed to provide extra USB-Cs, and then they had this GPU support bracket. So just so you know, it's not exactly as advertised, but I can pick that bone with them on the Amazon listing. I'm gonna definitely leave that in the comments. And but so far so good. It's just a little bit lengthy of an installation if you've never done one before. It's a little bit involved, but I think it's gonna come out great. The way I see it is if I don't like it, I can always just get another case. I'm not gonna make a big deal over it. I raised the issue to Amazon about the open air PC case not coming with a external Type C or USB 3.0 connector. So I had it in the listing. It has a picture right here in this corner near the GPU mounting bracket here. It has it in the corner here with external connectors. It's a Type C. I was hoping it would come with. They're sending me a new one in hopes that it has the connector. If it doesn't, I'm likely gonna purchase one that does and then send this one back. But so far so good. I'm hoping that this one, it was a mistake because I wanted to keep this one to go with an all black. Here we are with the used motherboard against every pro's recommendation. So they always say, most of them anyway, never buy a used motherboard. And I got this one from Amazon. It was used like new, and it's pretty much new. It came in here. You could tell it's it still even has the if we zoom in here, you can see it. It's never even been opened in here, and everything, even the I/O shield's never been tampered with. So somebody must have bought it, and maybe it was something that they bought the wrong part, or just maybe they had a big stock of them and never used it. But it looks like a good board. If it gives me any issues, of course we can return it. So this is what's going on next. So the thing about this case is that they show you how to line it up so that way it matches with the micro ATX motherboard. The top three screws line up. The bottom two here line up. This one and this one, but not that one. So I'll probably have to shift that one over. And on the bottom, there's only one, but you can see them down here. They're completely like misaligned. You can see one down here, the other one down here, and the third one's way down there. Yeah. So if you want, I was gonna shift that one up, I'm thinking, so I can get into that one at least, and then line this one up for this one, and that should be good enough. Because there's no way I'm gonna be able to shift it up or get into this one no matter what. I gotta pick between this one and this one, and I'm thinking I should secure it on the bottom. The adjustments were -1. That's it. I was able to line it up and get the top three, the bottom, the middle three, and then the one on the bottom. So 7 screws all together. Yeah. That last one didn't line up. There's no way to get anything there. Here's the CPU, Ryzen 7 5700X. This one's used as well, so I'm going to have to clean it real good before I apply thermal paste to it. But the pins are good. So that's next. I'm going to make sure it's nice and clean right there and install this. Here's the CPU cooler. It was brand new. Didn't have this one used, but it's a cheap part, so it's worth the 20 bucks it costed. You'll see the link in the video, the fan for it, and that's all the parts, and it comes with thermal paste as well, and comes with instructions. So what I'm gonna do is do a little bit of research and see if this thermal paste that it comes with is comparable or better than the one I have. Otherwise, I'm gonna use the one I have. Right, looks like I will be finishing up my XTM50 from Corsair. I got about one application left, as you can see. A little bit of research says that this one that it comes with, the Thermalright TF4, if we can get it into focus there, you can see it, that it's comparable to a common thermal paste. So I'll probably keep it as a backup maybe, but I'm not going to use it for this build. So there it is, we got the CPU nice and clean. It's a little dirty, I don't know what the hell they used to clean it originally, but it wasn't bad. But yeah, now it's nice and clean. I'm going to install it, apply thermal paste next. The pins outside of the case too, so you can see no bent pins. Bought it used on Amazon. CPU installed. Next I'm going to open up the CPU cooler, and we're going to get that ready to get to put on before we paste the CPU. There it is, got the AM4 standoffs with the mounting brackets for the CPU cooler and the XTM50 thermal paste applied. Oh yeah, and I did make sure to take the sticker off the bottom of the new CPU cooler. And we're going to get that installed with the CPU cooler installed. I did a little bit of cable management while I was at it. I routed it over the top. And then, if you can see here behind it. And that's the Wi-Fi antennas installed already. This is the RAM kit, Trident Z Neos. The usual I use is a 32 gigabyte kit. And there's CL16s. And these were new, I remember now, because the used ones were like 80 or 90 cents less. So I figured for 80 or 90 cents I'm gonna get new rather than used. So yeah, I would have been saving 80 or 90 cents for a used kit. So these were new. They are installed on slots 2 and 4. And next will be the SSD with heatsink. I'm gonna install the Western Digital Black SN850X M2 SSD, and this one's new. It has to be because, okay, so this one comes in the heatsink and it comes with thermal pads already applied. It's ready to go. But the reason new is unless you're comfortable with taking a gamble on with what other people do on their PCs. So me, I'm not willing to take that gamble. I don't know what other people do on their PCs, what they're downloading and uploading and things like that. So I always get these new. There it is with the SSD installed, and I went ahead and did the power switch with the reset switch and wired them up, and then cable managed a little bit through the back, which is, there it is, you'll see. So that's the best it gets with this. Next is the power supply, and this thing came like new even though it's used. It's fully modular. It even comes with this fancy bag with all the wires in it. So we're going to install it. Just mounted the power supply. It's a 650 watt by MSI for the MSI motherboard. I just wanted to match them up, and I found a good deal on Amazon used, like I said, and now it's time to get the wires on and then the cable management, and then we do the graphics card. I've plugged in the motherboard, the CPU, and I'm getting ready to install the graphics card. So if we turn this around, see it up there, it's coming together. Graphics card, so I got it used cheap. You can see the listing. This thing is like new. The guy that sold it to me said he only used it for a month before he upgraded. But it is a really nice graphics card for the price I got it for. It is my first open air build. The graphics card is installed. I'm getting ready to give it its first boot. Make sure everything boots right. And there's the cable management. And it did come with black caps for these, but I left them off because they're kind of cheap looking, and this looks better, the machine look. Kind of matches the theme with the black and chrome or black and metal look. So let's get that set up for its first boot. I get a nice clean shot of this thing all the way around, so you can see it while it's off. And then I'm setting it up for its first boot. And, oh yeah, yep. All right, let's do it. Here we are. Got to power it on. And here we go. Push the power button. Let's see. Look at the cat. Do we get our first post? This thing's looking nice. So it's still trying to figure itself out, I believe. I'm looking for that first glorious moment on the screen. Here it is on, but I don't know if it's on the proper input. Oh, it's not on the proper input, so it should auto detect it. At least I thought. HDMI, nah. HDMI 1. So it should be picking up on HDMI 1. Come on, this thing's getting me excited over nothing. So it's still reading. And it has not posted yet. Oh, is that it? Alright, so the keyboard just turned on, and yes. Okay, it says something about the processor. Oh no, there it went. It went to BIOS, but it's in black and white. Interesting. There is some color on here, like you see down here. But yeah, so far I'm gonna say we're victorious. We'll update. We are installing Windows 11 Pro, and to get the temperature reading right here on the CPU cooler working, we have to install a piece of software for that. So we're not there yet, but everything's working good. So here we are updating BIOS. I had an issue while setting up Windows 11 Pro where I couldn't access the Wi-Fi network because I need Wi-Fi drivers. So I decided to update BIOS and then see if that works. If not, I'm gonna get the Wi-Fi driver and install that. How I fixed it was my Ethernet cable. I ran it, connected it, and now I can go to the next part in the process. So that's how I fixed it. Instead of manually installing the INF files in the Intel wireless zip folder that you get. So you have to go get the drivers from your manufacturer's website for the motherboard, download the zip, extract it, and then you got to manually install it, and or just plug in your Ethernet cable and move on. Do you blame me? So here we are, we made it. So let me type in my password. So MSI automatically, because it's an MSI motherboard, that automatically prompts you to do all the updates necessary for MSI on that end to get all the drivers you need to run the PC, including MSI Center and everything else. And then on top of that, I did already the Windows 11 update and got everything that I could from Windows 11 settings. So I was going to go back there and revisit that to see if there's any more updates that are in queue or need to be updated. I could click retry all, but I'm going to wait a minute because MSI Center is doing something. So yeah, once I do all this, then I got to install, because this is a Red Team build, all AMD build, I got to install the AMD Adrenaline software, so that way it can control or get everything ready for the CPU and GPU AMD. So yeah, it's a lot still, and then so I got a lot of things to still update before it's game time. So I'm still pretty far from getting this done, but I got the software downloaded for the CPU cooler, so now you can see the CPU temperature all the time. Right now I'm downloading Adrenaline Edition for the ARC 6650 XT, so let's get that done. So here it is, we're getting it set up on my personal desk. I just got to put my second monitor back so I can log in now. And oh yeah, that's the software to run the temperature here. You'll see it update right now shortly. And now it's time to, now that I got everything up to date, I got the RAM, everything running as it's supposed to. I'll show you that. So we'll go to Task Manager, and then we're going to go to Performance tab, and you're going to see the CPU running, but the memory is running at 3600 MHz, which is because I got XMP turned on. We have our disk, and we have our Ethernet connection, and our GPU, the 6650 XT. So I already set this thing up with AMD's Adrenaline Edition. It's got everything it needs turned on, like smart access memory, and it's set to performance, and then everything in MSI Center is up to speed. But yeah, you can see smart access memory here is turned on. It is set to performance mode, but there we go. But yeah, I'm ready to start downloading everything that I normally use, and then we're gonna play some Apex Legends and see how this thing rolls. Here's the final setup. I ended up going with the blue theme on the MSI logo with the wallpapers, and when we log in, oh yeah, that's where you can reach me. And when we log in, of course, this is to keep temperatures on the CPU cooler, and kind of went with that theme there. Stay with the blue, that bluish look. Pretty cool. So now I'm gonna do a benchmark and then run a game of Apex. So Amazon ended up sending me a replacement because the other open air case didn't come with what I was after. One of these right here, the USB with the C. And now I'm about to build this one out, and then you see it over there. I'm gonna swap it out with this one and then return that black one that's incomplete. And this one's silver, but I think it's gonna look cool. Came out with a new frame, much better, and I had the part that I was looking for with the externals. Open air, not too shabby. Here it is, the current setup. Got the open air build, doing good. It's actually been doing really good. I love it. And I'll probably, once you go open air, I'll never go back. And I got all Logitech gear. As you can see, I'll drop the links. And that's the MSI Mag 280 Hertz 1080p gaming monitor. And that's an old 180 Hertz monitor. The reason why I upgraded the monitor was because when we were moving to a new location, the other one cracked, it broke during moving, so I just upgraded. And then I got my old gaming chair. You know, I don't want to replace it. It's still good, enough. So yeah, you know, hope you like it. Let me know what you think. Alright, so this is gonna be my recording of Time Spy 3D Mark on this PC. It's gonna do a graphics test, a CPU test. It's gonna put under the same load, similar to gaming, or basically. So yeah, let's see how it rolls. So this is our score. This is our PC. I'm gonna go through this so you can see it all. Yeah, you can always pause the video so you can check it out. The good thing is that, okay, so I'm recording, so that's why this is lower. So if I do this without recording, you'll see a bit of a higher number. The other thing is in the AMD software, I'm running it on quality, so I bumped it up. I like running it on quality. Oh, we can go home and see that. Wow, it should be on quality. All right, so let's see what's going on here. I think it's running its own settings right now. It should be quality setting because that's what I set it to before I started the test. It's got a lot of things turned off too because it's gonna like it's supposed to auto detect whatever your setup currently supports. I believe it's in the global. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. Quality. All right. Even though that the home page didn't reflect that, that was weird. Maybe this is like for a game. Yeah. All right. Well, so that's basically a quality settings. I do play performance too. So the numbers would be a little higher on performance. But yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna run it back without recording on OBS on quality, and then we'll see what we get. Now you see same settings. We scored a lot higher, 9634. Here's the setup, all the other data. Overall did good. So next I'm gonna run Apex. We're gonna be pulling over 200 frames. I'm using an MSI mag monitor. It's a 280 hertz monitor for 1080p gaming. So this game now pulls over 200 frames per second. You'll see it when I start Afterburner on that test. All right, here we go. MSI Afterburner is running. We're gonna play Apex Legends so we can see how it performs with the setup. I do have it to in my global settings to quality, and yeah, let me just run the game and then you'll see the in-game settings. So I'm gonna be muting myself off and on for this video. Alright, in-game settings first. So everything's at native here. I always put this on minimal. That has nothing to do with it. These are the advanced section is what matters. These are the settings I have it on. I don't really put my ragdolls high, but we could for the sake of the video just to have everything on 1080p high settings. And we could kick this up a notch to anisotropic 2x, but I usually use trilinear, which is fine for me. Alright, so alright, I'm gonna mute myself while we run one. But yeah, let's focus on the percentage usage on the GPU and CPU, as well as our frame rates and temperature, and you'll see we're getting good results, especially our frames here. Oh yeah, I'm using a MSI Mag gaming monitor, curved, 280 hertz, so that's what I'm using for my 1080p setup. It is a 1080p monitor too, by the way.
On me after this. I mean, not on me. Although that did happen once, or 9 times.
Hunting people for money reminds me of home.
Introducing your champion.
I think we should move that way.
I got an opponent in sight. They're far.
I think we should move. Enemy landed near me. Heads up, got one here.
They should not have given up their position. Tracker set and ready to gather intel. Roger, enemy track. Opening fire. Reloading.
Bam goes the boozle.
Setting a tracker. Setting a track. Enemy track.
Hostile right here, right
Down. Hey, got a target here. Opponent here. Guns up.
got a bad guy.
Enemy
Opponent right here. Grenade.
Bamboozles for the fools. It works, it rhymes.
Shit.
I got everything under control.
Hold on, recharging shield.
There's that. Enemy track.
Closing in 45.
Watch out. Recharging my shields.
Attention. User registers are online. Attention. Setting a gateway. Blood.
Pay attention,
Go
gang.
here.
Not far from the ring. We got 30
Recharging my
seconds
shields.
left.
Gate here.
I need fucking balls, man.
I need energy ammo.
I need fucking what, man?
Balls, man. I don't have balls. Energy.
Well, fucking what bullets do you need?
Energy
There's
ammo.
like 5 bullets in the game, bruh.
I'm
Light
recharging
ammo.
my shields.
Sniper ammo. Heavy ammo here.
Sniper ammo here.
Setting a tracker. Tracker set and ready to gather intel.
Bamboozles for the fools. That was the...
Target scanned. Attention. Enemy here. When he's moving the wall outside. It's not great.
Target there. Enemy target.
Dupes to the rescue.
I'm down.
Miles an hour seems like your speed.
Care package being delivered.
Making contact here.
Down teammates advantage.
Well, sorry about that. Those guys got mad over the game. I mean, we're grabbing some pretty good frames too, and we're using almost 100% of our
Bodies off the ground.
GPU. Our CPU is low, which is great.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you.
So it looks like a good pair of. Could probably kick it up a notch. Or you can actually kick both up a notch
Officer right here, right in front of me.
because for the setup, but
Okay,
you could
I
probably
need
kick the
bullets, man.
GPU up a notch and the CPU will still
kinda
handle
hard.
well.
Head over there.
So they're gonna try to
No
res
one
me.
spotted.
Yeah, sorry about that. I have my
Not
mic
there.
muted.
We could make an impression. Tossing a frag.
Yeah, it looked
Grab
like a
you right
solo
here.
trying to do the same thing you were doing. That's what
Yep.
it's like.
Making contact here.
Change the portal, man. It's a trap. It's a trap.
An opponent opening me. This is gonna be good.
Some jerk told my voice.
Oh, they're shooting at me. I'm down.
Okay, use the portal. Use the portal.
Decoy escape.
You're shooting blanks and you just miss a lot.
What do you do, man?
Bro, do you even know English? Doesn't sound like it.
What do you do, man?
Enemies firing. Hold on, recharging shield. Hold on, recharging shields. Getting healthy, Dun-dun. Replicator there, if you need it.
Round 2. Beginning ring countdown.
Oh, it's a firing next. Better go.
Replicator being delivered.
My void nexus is lost.
Yeah, this is
Replicator
common in
there. Grab
Apex
your
too, where
goodies.
you play with random people and they just cuss each other out and talk trash.
Moving through the gate.
And if you don't play, just so you know. But if you do play, then you know, you know, you know. If you know, you know. I should have said. But yeah, if you do play, you know already.
Rings far, and the minute to get there is ticking away.
New kill leader appointed.
They're gatekeeping.
Yeah, you can hear him still there.
Far ring. Closing in 45 seconds.
Yeah, I'm trying to get around it. I'm not gonna be able to, so I don't have no time.
Half the
I
squad's
mean, whatever
left.
you think,
Enemy? Those are fun
But it's just,
odds.
yeah, it does suck because you know they're there. You can hear them over there.
Yep.
Warning. Ring closing.
Big shield. An enemy shield. Using net. Hold on. Recharging shields. Deploying a heat shield. Heal. Shields recharging. Added shields. Replicated there, if you need it.
This is right dead here.
I need shields.
You don't have no more heals, huh?
Nothing.
Damn. Yeah, well, GG's.
Enemy over there.
Longbow here.
Loot bin restocking complete.
Well, you seen it there. Our attempts, everything. Game wasn't perfect. I mean, the game was going nuts. I kept getting dropped. I friended that guy. He seemed cool. The other guy was just going back and forth with him, but whatever. Yeah. You know, it's always when I'm recording, I record my worst games, but like I have games where I'm winning and nobody ever sees those. But yeah, whatever. I get all mad about it, all sad. All right, so next is gonna be Call of Duty. All right, so we're gonna be doing our recording here for Call of Duty. Same settings, the AMD Adrenaline. Same thing, MSI Afterburner, and we're gonna launch this thing, and then we'll check out the in-game settings. So there was an update, so yeah, it's got to restart. It just downloaded an update right now before I started recording.
Battery 60%.
Alright, so here it is. I got it on automatic. I wanted it to catch everything on its own. The display, I picked up my monitor. It's got everything: refresh rate, 1080p. It's got the AMD Radeon anti-lag 2 turned off. I should probably turn that on. I have it turned on Apex, so it usually has a tab, I thought, to reset it all over again, so it picks up twice. But everything does look pretty good from what I can see. Alright, let's see here. Graphic preset, custom, but I could reset to recommended. Yeah, graphic quality. Yeah, we wanted it on quality, right? Yeah, graphic quality was recommended. It says priority setting values according to your hardware to reach the best performance. Recommended for Warzone. Recommended for campaign and multiplayer. Well, I am doing Warzone, so I could put on performance, but let's do quality. I'll leave it there. I'm gonna make sure the anti-lag is still on. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna jump in the game and then mute myself. Whoa. Wait a minute. There we go. Alright. So like I said, I don't play this game much at all, so I'm even worse at this game than Apex, but I'm gonna try to get it. I usually play this game, or I was playing this game with my bro, or with one of my other friends, or just for a break from Apex once in a while when I want something that looks a little more realistic. Besides that, I never play it, like very rarely.
Pero no jodas, ¿A dónde le llega el perro? A su puta madre. ¿Para qué tanta violencia?
Yeah, if I can, I want to mute those guys if they're too loud. I'm gonna find out how to do that.
We're headed to the war zone. Get geared up. Stand by.
Pepino en el suelo. Y arriba me...
So I muted the lobby because that guy's listening to his music.
All
going
stations,
crazy,
green
so-
light. We're deploying to the war zone.
So once again, the sequence is similar values as on Apex, and then you got percentage halfway to low on the CPU, and
All right, soldier.
see how high we get our frames.
Go get after it. Gas is approaching your position. Move to the safe zone.
Even though I have them muted, I'm gonna try to jump with them and stick with them, the teammates. I tend to try to play as a team with these other guys.
Hey, firm. Moving here. Cancel that. Moving here. Moving here. You're clear to engage all hostiles. Throwing grenade!
I can see why they kind of recommended performance for Warzone, because it's like very a little bit choppy. I mean, we're still hitting good frames. Our CPU usage is higher.
Enemy movement! I'm reloading! Took a round! Same waypoint. I saw the light there. Changing max! Reloading! Closing in. Hostile UAV in the area. Your squad mate has entered the gulag. They'll need to survive to redeploy. Your squad mate's in the gulag. If they survive, they redeploy. Squad mate has been cleared for redeployment. Your squad mate's in the gulag. They'll fight for a chance
Doing
to
alright though,
redeploy.
I guess.
Enemy UAV is online. Squad mate redeploying to the AO. Enemy intel located. Discover the next gas spread.
I see a criminal. Changing mag.
See some of these are just straight nerded out. It's like like all insane. On stand champions game against dudes like that. Alright, let's see.
Success means redeployment. Failure means elimination. Taking effective fire!
Couldn't shoot for nothing either.
You gave it a solid try. Time to head
Let's see
back
if
to
my team
base.
brings me back anyway. I think they can buy me back now. They have to buy me back.
Battery 80%.
Friendly loadout drops on the way.
I don't know if you can hear that, but I'm playing with a wireless gaming headset. I ended up upgrading to a Logitech wireless gaming headset.
Someone line me back in.
I actually had a good wired gaming headset, but my
Got
daughter,
gas inbound. Safe
she
zone
ripped the cord
relocated.
out and or she ripped the cord on it and she kept doing it because it detaches. Eventually it got a short, it stopped working. It wouldn't work anymore. I was trying to call places to repair it, and the repair was as much as buying a new set, so I just bought a new set. But whatever. But yeah, I don't know.
Capture complete. Hell of a job. Uploading information on the next gas spread.
I am a little curious how this game would play in performance and how Apex would play in performance, but that's like lowering the settings to try to get that quicker performance and sacrificing quality, and then things start getting blocky and looking kind of junky depending on how low you drop it. So yeah, it'd be better just to kick it up a notch, like a 6700 XT, and then and then do high settings. Maybe kick the CPU up a notch, like the 5800X or X3D, and that would probably do it. So that way you could play every game in ultra and never have to sacrifice quality and get the highest frames, all that. But that's like a build for another time, maybe in the future. Right now this build's great. It works great, especially like this is beyond someone. If someone had this for the first
I'm reloading.
I wish I had this for like my first gaming PC. This is like I would say more mid-range. Like a first gaming PC would be more like.
Your squad is getting you out of here. Stand by. I'm back
yeah,
on station.
Enemy movement. Cancel that.
an SMG!
It would be great to get a
Got a
sniper
custom
rifle.
weapon here! Inserting armor. Got armor here! Got armor here! Cancel that! Enemy movement! Head for indicated location. Enemy movement! Cancel that! Waypoint marked. Move! Stay in waypoint. Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone. Moving here.
Looks like that guy's waiting for me.
The squad's in the safe zone. You're losing ground. Move it. Moving here. Moving here. Enemy movement. Moving here. Moving here. I'm hit! Moving here. Moving here. Moving here! You're the last of your squad. Finish this. Taking effective fire! Gas moving in. New safe zone located. Enemy UAV overhead.
Did someone buy me back in?
You've got gas moving in.
Triple reloading!
25 remain. We lost that one, but we'll get W next time. Enemy down!
Not too bad. Did better on this one than Apex, actually. That's the funny part, is I always play Apex. And then on this one, I hardly ever play, and I did better. It's nuts. We got our fourth guy booked. Those two waited, probably hoping I'd bring them back. We got 14 threes. Terrible. Alright, it is what it is. Yep, on to the next, I guess. I'm gonna skip all this. Alright, so the next one is going to be Fortnite. Alright, same settings, AMD Adrenaline Edition, quality. Going with MSI Afterburner again, of course, and we got the Epic Games launcher. We're going to launch Fortnite. We're going to see how this game does. I just had to update it, so I had to update Epic Games game launcher and Fortnite, so I might have to adjust the settings when we get in there. We're going to view the game in-game settings anyway. So I really suck at this game. I never play it except to except for this. I actually downloaded it. I used to play this game a long time ago, to tell you the truth, but like I don't got no skins in this game. I don't got nothing in this game because I just never played it. So like when I first started playing FPS games on PC, I started with Fortnite. I know that sounds crazy. Oh yeah, and Call of Duty, and eventually discovered Apex Legends and never looked back. And so I'm really gonna suck at this game because I never play it. But the stats are what's important for everybody that does play it, and hopefully we see high GPU usage and low CPU usage. We're gonna see. This game tends to, like on some of my builds, it has ran really well, and on some of my builds it doesn't run so well. And I haven't quite figured it out if it's the combination CPU GPU combination or maybe something else. Oh yeah, I do have a skin, so I did get this skin. I thought it was pretty cool. Kind of looks like a Harley Quinn type of thing, but I don't think it is. Alright, so let's look. Let's see. The in-game settings. Where do I find that at? Oh, here we go. I think display. Alright, let me see. V6 off. set it to 60, restore the default. Yeah, let me look at the graphics real quick. Alright, so yeah, let me see. Let's restore that to default real quick. Because it's like been so long since I played this game. It was set up for my old monitor. I think my old monitor was a 180 hertz. So yeah, and this one's 280 hertz. So let's see how this one does. Well, let's see if we get a squad. I'm trying to set it to quads, hoping that I get a squad, so it's not boring me just playing by myself. That's what I'm hoping to see. some kind of Star Wars theme right now, and I'm gonna try to go with my teammates. We'll see where they go. Cause I'm telling you, I completely suck at this game. I know I've been quiet on this one, but yeah, it's just been, this game's pretty nuts. It's lasted quite a bit though. We're only getting 60 frames a second because of our settings. I think I should have kicked it up. I shouldn't have locked it down to 60 like that. And that GPU's almost there. I mean, I should have kicked it up to like at least twice that or higher. I didn't know that's what it was gonna do. I could have put it at 280, set it to my monitor. I don't know if I could change that right now. Let me see. Alright, let's see if that frees up some of it. There we go. That gave us a little bit smoother gameplay now. So now we're hitting 120 frames. Feels better. A little bit. Excuse me, a little better. Alright, I'm gonna mute myself again. Clearly that's a nerd of the game, so it took me out easy. I couldn't even aim that crap Star Wars gun, but it's all good. So you can see there I had to turn the frames to unlimited, and then now the GPU and CPU usage are similar to, you know, where this GPU's higher usage, CPU's about mid usage, and the frames kicked up to about 120 tops. As long as we're getting more than 60, that's good. A little smoother. I was actually hoping for more frames, but I never play Fortnite anyway, so who cares? Well, that sucked. I didn't know how to revive. I was trying to see if I can do it. Push random buttons. I couldn't figure out how to do it. Like I said, I don't play this game. I suck. But we got 4th place. Didn't do too bad for Fortnite. So, yeah, I'm going to go back to the lobby here. Well, you seen it. That was it. You know, you like my content, like, subscribe. I'll have all the relevant links to the video inside of the description. And yeah. Hopefully, I'll be uploading another video of a next build in the future. Let me know if you watch this, if you want me to upload videos of when I do repairs on laptops, because I've been doing repairs on laptops. So yeah, let me know if you'd like to see that. Yeah, so that's it. Stay blessed.